Hey, I want to share something with you that the Holy Spirit revealed to me this morning. I try to go out and take a walk at least once a day. Sometimes, weather permitting, I'll just say that. And usually on my walks, I will look for feathers. My favorite feathers to find are dove feathers. If you have watched my testimony, my healing testimony, you know that God has spoken to me through doves. Anyway, he has shown me and revealed to me through many verses that these feathers are his reminders of how he spreads his wings over me and protects me. And he has told me in the past that I'm his little dove. That's his nickname for me. Anyway, so I was out walking this morning and I was looking for feathers. And this was early on in my walk. And the Holy Spirit said to me, I don't want you to do that today. And I was like, why? But that's what I do. It's a habit. And I enjoy finding them. I mean, I got a big bowl of them. Instead, I want you to do that today. I want you to keep your focus on the sidewalk. I only want you to look at the sidewalk. I was like, yeah, that's going to be boring. Anyway, so I started out, I'm looking at the sidewalk, and then I get tempted to look over here. And there's something icky over here. Something that was hit by a car, and it was really upsetting. Don't look over there. Keep your eyes on the sidewalk. Okay. So I'm looking at the sidewalk, and then it's amazing. It's amazing how difficult it is for us to keep our focus. Wow. There's something over here. Oh, I want to go look over there. Nope. Keep your eyes on the sidewalk. Okay. Anyway, so I continue walking, and on my walk, I'm wondering, what is the point of this? Why am I having to keep my eyes on this sidewalk instead of looking at anything else? So then I'm walking and I'm noticing, okay, I need to look at the sidewalk, and some things move out of my way, like some leaves and other debris, because there was a big windstorm yesterday. And there's a little bit of a wind, a gentle breeze this morning. And so those were moving out of my way. And the Holy Spirit impresses me. Whenever you're focused on me, I can move obstacles out of your way. Well, then there's some things that aren't moving, And I'm like, okay, what about this? Well, I've given you the power to step over them or around them. Okay, so he's showing me he's going to move some things out of my way as long as I keep my focus on him. And he's going to empower me to step over or move around things that are in my way. I just need to keep my focus on him, right? So I continue walking, and he keeps telling me, keep your focus on the sidewalk, keep your focus on the road, don't look anywhere else. And he reminds me of a verse that he had told me to read several days ago. And it was in Proverbs, not to turn to the right or to the left. And this was his way of saying, I want you to keep your focus on me, and I'm going to make your path straight. I'm going to take care of everything. Well, so then I continue walking, and I start, my eyes start wandering, and I'm looking over here at somebody's lawn. And the first thing that comes to mind is I'm looking at somebody's lawn, I realize I'm judging those people based on stuff that they have in their lawn. Oh my goodness. So, and the Holy Spirit says to me, why are you judging their lawn? You're not supposed to be looking at that. This is like you judging the works that somebody else is doing. You're judging their lives based on what you see, and you don't have any idea what is actually happening in their lives. Wow. So then I continue walking, and there are 3 cop cars, and they have this woman pulled over, apparently at her house, and I'm thinking, oh, and how do you not gawk at that, So I'm looking at that, and the Holy Spirit says to me, This is when you are looking at the world. You are constantly looking at the news and taking that information in. And what does that do? If you are looking at that rather than on the path that I have your feet on, what does that do to your heart? One, it makes me judge. Two, it makes me afraid because what is she doing? What is this person doing in my neighborhood? Is this something that I need to be afraid of? The Holy Spirit said, stop that. Don't worry about what's going on over there. You keep your focus on the road. Okay, so I continue walking, and pretty soon something flies overhead. It's just like a bird, right? It's a bird. And I'm thinking, oh, and I want to look. And the Holy Spirit says, don't look. You know what, friends? We are constantly looking all over the place. We are looking all over the place. We're judging what's going on in somebody else's yard. We're looking at the trash over there. We're looking at what's flying overhead. You know, so many people, and I'm not saying that weird things aren't happening in the world today. I know they are. But if I have my focus on the Lord, I don't need to worry about what's happening in the skies. You know what I mean? I don't need to worry about what's happening with my neighbor. I don't need to worry about if their yard doesn't look perfect according to my standards. And by the way, my yard certainly doesn't look perfect. The Holy Spirit used this today to reveal to me that my focus must remain on Him. As soon as I take my focus off of Him, I'm worrying about other people. I'm worrying about what's happening in the world. I'm worrying about my safety. And God is like, don't do that. You keep your focus on me, and you're going to get from point A to point B. And you know what? I'll tell you this too. This morning I woke up with a little bit of pain in my back. I've been stressed about some things. And then the Holy Spirit keeps showing me whenever you're stressed about things, they're going to show up in your body. I know that, right? Okay, so, and I've been submitting these things to Him, but then I woke up with that yucky in my back. Well, the whole time I was walking, I didn't think about it at all as long as I kept my focus. When I got home, the Holy Spirit said to me, how's your back? There's no pain. Why? The point was, as long as I had my focus on the Lord, that's what He's trying to teach me by using my natural senses. As long as I was keeping my focus on Him, I didn't have pain. I wasn't worried about what was going on in the world. I was at peace. I wasn't looking at death. I wasn't looking at other people's works. I wasn't looking at whatever. I wasn't looking at chaos. It was such a great lesson for me. We've got to keep our focus on the Lord. When we keep our focus on the Lord, rather than what's happening in our body, what's happening around us, we're going to be at peace. We're going to be at peace. We're going to get from point A to point B in peace. So, give this a try sometime. Go out and take a walk. See how difficult it is to keep your focus off of everything around you. And remember that when you focus on the Lord, you don't have to worry about anything else. Don't allow the things of this world to take your attention off of the path that God has for you. When we keep our focus off of the world and keep it on the path and on Him, we're going to get there safely, with peace, with joy, in His love. As soon as we start looking around, things change. I hope this is helpful for you. Much love to you, friends.